blown tranny? Good evening, and thanks for interrupting my private time yet again. Many of you have been following the adventures of Margo, the 1972 MG Midget that I own, where currently she sounds like a 90-year-old asthmatic. This simply would not do. I wanted her to sound like a thunderstorm made of grizzly bears. So you join us now on a new adventure. And like any good fairy tale begins, a young, handsome, dashing prince takes his faithful steed and goes to Wickes to buy some necessary tools to swap out the exhaust.
It's currently 8:20 on a bank holiday Monday, and I'm currently here, Wickes, to pick up some of these. Ooh, high-speed steel drill bits for going through the boot of Margo. This is getting serious now. So, in the words of the Lion King, it is time. It is time to change the exhaust on this young lady. So, done the research, been and seen Dave. You remember Dave? Let's take a look again at Dave. Say hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
What a ledge. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try and fit this new bad boy here. I've got the exhaust, I've got the manuals I need, I've got the relative fixing kit, the necessary tools, some exhaust cement, spanners, some ramps, and of course the car. So, let's see how we get on. It's a bit nerve-wracking. I'm going to be drilling some holes in the boot of Margo to fit on this new exhaust, so let's give it a go. Next job is going to be letting her cool down because the exhaust is quite hot after all of that, and then disassembling, getting the boot prepared, disconnecting the battery just because I like doing it, and then taking the old one off, offering up the new one. So let's see how we get on. So using a 13mm socket, I'm going to start disassembling. So as you can see, first of all, where the tailpipe is, for the old system, we've used a 13mm socket set just to take off that bolt there. There was a U-bolt, U-clamp here. Again, 13mm. Now we've got to take the 13mm off these boys, and this guy, with a bit of effort, should come off in one piece, we hope. We'll have a look. You can see the old first part of the silencer exhaust meet the through pipe, the down pipe, the straight pipe out of the manifold, and here's where it's joining now. It's just taking a bit of work because this was on so tight. A little bit of WD-40 just to loosen it off, and we're almost done now. We're just hammering with a block of wood and a hammer up against there, bang, 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 nice and supporting the weight the other side, and it should come off shortly. As you can see, this has come off. This is where it's featuring. Ow! Oh. This is where it came off. This is where it originally met the downpipe. You can see it's a bit carbonised up there. It was on like that. 2 points of bracket, and then just the clamp around that. And now we can investigate how we offer up the new one.
After offering up the new silencer, I decided to go all Attenborough on your bottoms to explain about how to fit the two pipes together where the old exhaust met the new exhaust.
You join me here in the undergrowth under Margo. And now we find the bracket holding the middle of the tailpipe wasn't long enough. Now we've got the new silencer on. So we found and reused one of these. A cotton reel. I'm going to stop talking like that, it's exhausting. This is a cotton reel bush, double-sided screw, you can see, double-sided thread, which I no longer need because we haven't got the jewel box on. And so in order to make up the depth difference between here, the mounting point on the car, and here, the top of the bracket, you can thread it through like that, feed the bracket onto there,
And then again, you've got a rubber connection between the two bits of metal, meaning less vibration and also a constant source of support. The next job will be flattening out the other side of this new silencer's bracket so that it's more flush with the boot of the car. Mask it up, draw a line around it, measure in and out, and find the center point, drill a pilot hole, drill the big hole.
There was no mounting point for the new silencer on the back of the car, so I had to fashion a new one so that I could mount it correctly in her bum, in the boot of the car.
I promise this won't hurt a bit.
Here we go. A dry fit. You can just see, there's two rubber bushes up against like that, a washer, spring washer, and then a nut. Just like in here, we've got the new hole mounted with the washer and the top of the bolt. This new clamp here, with some sealant in between, will squash down the metals and create the fit, and she'll end up being ready to rock and roll and start up.
It was finally done, and it was time to give her a damn good thrashing.
So now we're fitted. Let's see how she does. Okay.
So there you have it, all the work done. A mediocrely handsome prince rescuing a 46-year-old asthmatic damsel in distress. Thank you for joining us on this adventure, and until next time, please leave me in peace. Good night. Thrust plate.